Hello everyone, today we're going to be reviewing Despicable Me 2, and it's the sequel to Despicable Me 1. Basically, if you don't remember, the first movie was about a supervillain named Gru, played by Steve Carell, who adopts 3 little girls, and basically he stops being evil and starts becoming good because of his relationship to them. This one, he's completely domesticated and he's not doing any evil things at all. But a super secret government agency calls him up and basically tells him about how there's another big supervillain on the loose and they need his help to go find him and save the world. Now, if you're looking for a really big, plot-heavy sort of movie, this is not it. You should not watch this. Because in the plot here, it's very all over the place. It's very predictable. And it's like, you know exactly what's going to happen after the first 20 minutes. But, if you are looking for some really good comedy, this is definitely your movie. The comedy in here is like really great. The comedy in the original movie, while okay, was never really like laugh out loud funny. This one, they just take it and turn it up to 11. And it's like way funnier than it ever was in the first one. For example, in the first one, the main comedic factor was the Minions, and a lot of people liked them. I didn't think they were all that great. They relied a lot on slapstick, and it wasn't even that creative. In this one, though, the Minions are a lot better. Their slapstick is completely creative and very clever, and they do things that the first movie would never do with it. So the Minions, they've gotten a lot funnier, and everyone knows the Minions. They're like the main marketing point of the entire franchise. So to really see them become better and better as they go on, I'm a big fan of them now. I think they're much funnier this time around. Also this time around, this film is funnier because it introduces a bunch of new characters. The most important new character is Lucy, a special agent that teams up with Gru while they try to hunt down this supervillain. And she's played by Kristen Wiig, who is amazingly funny as a voice actress. And she does an amazing job with this character, who is like amazingly insane almost to a point. She's very loony and all that stuff. Kristen Wiig basically plays the same character on the Looney Tunes show as Lola Bunny, and basically that's the highlight of that show. So she's definitely a huge highlight in this movie. So she's completely owns the role and she does a great job. Other new characters, you got Eduardo, who is like an owner of a Mexican restaurant, and he may or may not be the supervillain. He has a lot of good physical humor going on, and even a couple dialogue things that are hilarious. Then you got his son Antonio, who is a love interest for Gru's oldest daughter. He's pointless. He does not contribute to the story or anything at all. The entire subplot does not matter, but the entire subplot is hilarious, so it kind of evens itself out in the end. But while the new characters, they're all really good and really funny, the old characters seem a bit neglected. Gru, he went from this like darkly humorous sort of supervillain to now just like a domesticated guy making jelly in his basement. He's lost a lot of that thing that made him work as a character in the first movie. But I guess he's the main character, and people don't want him to change that much since he is already good now. So I understand. It's just he doesn't really work as much as in the first film. Other returning characters like the daughters, they don't play much of a role here. They barely have personalities. They become like in the first film they were very eccentric and exciting. In this one they're just very blah and bland and not that exciting. They're cute though. The animation designs for them are adorable. And another thing I have to add is the first one had a lot of heartwarming scenes. It was the type of movie that made you go, "Aww." This one tries a couple times, but it really doesn't that hard. It knows it's going completely for humor, so it just ditches all the heartwarming stuff and just tries to make it as funny as possible. And I have to give them credit. I think it's a pretty good fit. Like, if they went for the heartwarming, but they had the rest of the comedy, it wouldn't mend well. It just feels sort of awkward. But since they ditched most of the heartwarming, now you just have like a very funny movie that's consistently churning out jokes. So there's not much else to really say about the movie, actually. It's all about the comedy. Nothing else interesting happens. Just joke after joke after joke. And almost all the jokes are completely hilarious. Though I will say, in the first half, when they're setting it up a little, it's not as funny, but the second half, it just really starts to get funnier and funnier, and it's hilarious. If I had to give this film a rating, I'd give it 7 out of 10. It's a good film. It's not amazing, it's not great, but it's not bad. It's very funny, and it's the type of film that you can just sit down and laugh at, and everyone needs those types. Now, I have a more in-depth analysis, but that one's going to have spoilers. It's in the next video, and it has the spoiler captions on. So, if you want to watch that, go click my channel, subscribe, and watch that. And I bid you farewell.